Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Kathy, please?
this is she.
Hey, what's up, Kathy? How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
From what?
Brooke and Jubal in the Morning? It's a radio show?
A radio show? What?
Yeah, like the kind that you hear when you're listening to the radio and then there are people doing a show on there.
Good description.
We do one of those.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm calling you today because we actually got an email from one of our listeners about you.
Okay.
I know this is weird, but we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them back after, they email us to see if we can get you on the phone and find out what went wrong.
Okay.
Okay. Your situation is a little different, though, because the guy that wanted us to call you actually kind of blew you off, but he's regretting it now. His name is Jason.
Jason, like a few months ago, Jason?
Yep, I think we're talking about the same Jason.
He's calling to get in touch with me now?
Yeah, he emailed us and said that he really enjoyed your date and he doesn't really know why he took so long to get back to you, but he tried to text you the other day and now you haven't texted him back, so he thought he'd enlist our help to see if we could get you on the phone and find out if you would like to see Jason again or if you enjoyed your time with him.
Huh. That's actually pretty funny. That was actually a pretty big night for me, weirdly enough.
The date you had with Jason was a big night?
Yeah, kind of. It's just weird that he's asking now. I mean, like, why wait like 2 months? That's okay.
That's what we said.
What was so big about that night for you?
Well, honestly, that night I kind of came to the conclusion that I was more interested in women than men.
Whoa, what?
Oh. Like you came out of the closet that night?
Well, I mean, that came like a week or so later, but like that night I realized, what it was that I actually wanted.
Whoa.
Good for you.
Wow.
Way to find
And
your truth.
how did that hit you all of a sudden while you're out with Jason?
I just kind of felt like the whole time on our date, I was just kind of bored. Like, I felt like I was really grasping at things to talk about, and they just, nothing was really landing. And over the course of the evening, I just kind of felt like I was more interested in, like, looking at our waitress than I was at Jason.
Was this something you were thinking about like prior, or it was literally everything happened that night?
I think I had a little bit of confusion, but I just have been dating men my whole life. And I just, I felt like this was what I was supposed to be doing. And then it was just that night, I was just like, what am I doing? Clearly, I'm continuing to date guys that I'm not interested in. Why am I not interested in them? Maybe because I'm not interested in men in general.
Wow.
Good on you, Kathy. So, but I'm confused though, because he said that you texted him the next morning, like praising your night with him.
Well, I honestly just wanted to thank him. Like, I really woke up that next morning just feeling like a whole new person. And I wanted to thank him because I feel like that was the turning point for my life. Like, I feel like I know who I am now.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
He read your text completely wrong. He thought you were texting him saying how much fun you had on the date, not that your date was so boring it made you switch teams.
Oh, my God. He thought that I meant, like, that I had a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I meant, like, thank you for helping me figure out my life.
Right. Thank you for helping reveal my truth. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For all the laughs.
I'm sure he'd be shocked to know that that's what that text meant. And you might be shocked to know that he's on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Oh, no.
Jason?
Yeah, shocked is a
Oh.
understatement, man.
Jason, I'm sorry.
I can't believe this. You're telling me that I, like, because you went on a date with me, you realized that,
I mean, it's
You're
not
not-
there's anything wrong with you.
Well, there is. There's a big thing wrong. Well, there's a thing wrong with Jason.
you've been with guys before, though. I don't understand why, why it was your night with me that changed everything. Like, what was I doing so wrong?
You didn't do anything wrong. I think it was just the culmination of a lot of dating of men and realizing that I wasn't enjoying myself. And I guess you were just the last date that I didn't enjoy, that I kind of went, well, maybe it's because I'm not interested in men.
Yeah, but But then why would you text me the next morning? Like, that is only something that you would do if you were interested in me.
If I recall, I texted you that, just thanking you for a great night. I didn't ask to see you again. I mean, you didn't text me back, so I figured, oh, great, we're on the same page.
Yeah.
That was still kind of a lie then, right? You didn't have a great night with me.
What? Jason, are you actually butthurt about this?
Yeah, of course I am. Like, I was not the reason that it was a boring date. I don't buy that as the reason she texted me that in the morning. I think I think you're trying to get back at me, if I'm honest. Like,
What?
You think,
Really?
Jason, are you accusing Kathy of lying?
I mean, I don't believe that was the night she decided that she was, playing for the other team. I don't believe it.
So, Jason, you're saying that you are just God's gift to women, and there's absolutely no way that I could not be interested in you.
No,
Is
Kathy,
that
that's not,
what I'm
that's not what I'm
hearing?
saying. I think that maybe you're upset that I didn't text you back, and so now you're trying to embarrass me on the radio, and that's pathetic.
Oh.
What? How are you turning her moment of truth into something that's about you, dude?
I just think it's a pretty good story. You know what I mean? Like, she was on her phone the whole night, and you're telling me that was the turning point of her life? No way.
Texting my best friend because we had been having this conversation about, am I interested in women? I don't know. I don't know how I feel. And I had, just such an epiphany on our date that, yeah, I texted her. And I didn't really feel it was appropriate to share with you, obviously.
I think it would have been amazing if you shared it with him. Like, hey, by the way, half an hour into this date with you, I just figured out that I am a lesbian. All right, let's finish up. You want dessert?
Dessert?
I mean, maybe he could have been my wingman for the waitress. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. See?
All
Jason,
right, well,
I mean, you guys could still be friends. You did help her in a big moment of her life. It was very pivotal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could introduce you to some of my friends. Like, I'm open to that.
Hey.
well, Kathy, what would you say to going out on another date with Jason? We will pay for it. Would you go on a second date with Jason?
I would say if he wants a wingman to help him find women, and you guys want to pay for that, I would love to help him
Okay.
in that situation.
So, Kathy, is that a no, or will you go out with Jason and help him find chicks?
I mean, I do have some friends that I could probably set him up with.
Hey.
You're saying you might have some straight friends who would be interested in me?
Until they actually go out on a date,
For
Jason.
now.
I mean, honestly, at this point, I'll just take any date with anyone who wants to go out with me.
Oh my gosh, Jason.
Well, congratulations, Jason.
Really? Is that what it deserves? So
You
congratulations.
might have got a second date.
I hope I don't bring anyone else to any big realization on my next date.
Poor Jason.
Hello,
Hi, may I speak to Isabella?
this is Isabella.
Hey, Isabella, how are you? This is Jubal from the radio show Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Can you? I'm sorry.
Mhm.
You're from where?
Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
Okay. What do you want?
I want to
question.
know more about you, Isabella.
Is this a prank call or something?
No. We're not some cheesy radio show that does prank calls. Come on. What are you talking about?
Isabella, yes, we are.
This is something we do called a second date update. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody.
Oh, okay. I've heard those.
Okay, cool. Well, that's what this is. And Hoppity actually emailed us about you.
I don't know who Hoppity is.
What?
You don't know who Hoppity is?
No, remember he said he didn't
How do you
go
not
by
remember?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Frog guy?
You know Martin?
I know Martin, but I don't know. Why were you saying Hoppity?
Because I thought he told you that he goes by the name Hoppity, but apparently I was
No,
wrong.
he never told me that. He goes by the name Hoppity?
Yeah, it's his nickname apparently, because it shouldn't be a surprise to you that the dude likes frogs.
Oh God, yeah, that's definitely not a surprise.
Okay.
That. He told us that you were really excited about his frog passion.
You know, when you're going on dates, you kind of hear the same old thing. So it was something that was different. It was fun. I mean, he had really cute names for his frogs.
Agreed.
He had one that was named Lollyhops, which is hilarious, and I forget the other one, but it was funny. And I mean, I actually kind of liked him in a certain way. It was just, he was kind of refreshing, you know?
Okay,
Oh,
well, if
that's
it
so
was
positive.
refreshing, and he also told us that you guys kissed after the date, why aren't you getting back to him?
Well, after our date, I looked him up on Facebook, and I noticed that he put for work that he's a stay-at-home frog dad.
Oh no.
So I'm really at the point where I'm really seriously wanting to find someone and settle down, and it just didn't seem like he was focused. And I mean, it's okay to have a hobby, but I would like him to have a job.
All right.
Wait,
So
so-
does he have a job? Do you know?
He didn't talk. He only talked about frogs.
So you don't think it was a joke? You think that he's unemployed?
I mean, I'm pretty sure he doesn't work, and by the look of his pictures, it was literally just different frogs. So,
Maybe the frogs are
his
his
pictures
friends.
on his Facebook page you're talking about.
yeah, pictures of him with his frogs, like doing things.
Like doing
Okay.
what things?
There was one of them like cooking with them. There was one of him like playing his, I don't know, like games with them. I don't know. It
So-
just seems like those are his friends.
Just to be clear, the reason that you're not calling him back, is it the frogs or is it the fact that you think he doesn't have a job? Like, which one is most important to you? Just so we can tell him.
I mean, I think it's the job.
I feel like it's all of it. If I was you, it'd be like the whole package of that.
Well, I think he's quirky, and that's not a bad thing. It's refreshing, but I just want him to have more balance in his life, more, just a job, friends, and frogs.
You know what I've always wondered, Isabella, and I've never heard the answer to this.
What?
Because they do studies to find out how much housewives would make if they were getting paid. How much money should he be getting paid as a stay-at-home frog dad?
That's not a thing.
And I think we can get the answer because Martin is on the phone listening to this conversation and wants to talk to you.
He's on the phone right now?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Martin?
Yeah. Hi, Isabella.
Martin.
Hi, Martin. Oh, this is awkward.
Yeah. You looked me up online?
Yeah. What is a stay-at-home frog dad?
I mean, I just have a passion for frogs. I thought stay-at-home frog dad was just kind of funny. That's why I said it.
It is kind of funny.
Yeah, I don't really know how much you heard, but I mean, when I saw that was kind of the thing that I just thought, oh, I had fun on our date, and the kiss was nice, but I'm looking for something more serious, and I don't know that I can build a future with somebody who's a stay-at-home frog dad.
Oh, but come on.
I mean,
So I just want to be clear. Is the reason you didn't pick up my calls or respond to any of my messages because you didn't think I have a job?
I mean, is that not true? I mean, do you have a job?
No.
You don't. Okay. Wait, hold on.
I know. I thought you were going to be like, oh, yeah, I'm a
Yeah.
lawyer.
Are you like in between jobs or something, Martin? Are you looking?
No, not at all. I'm not looking for any work right now.
How are you eating?
Are you alive?
You're not killing your frogs and eating them, are you?
No, and that's not a really funny joke.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Sorry,
Watch
Martin.
it, Jubal.
Sorry, Hoppity.
Yeah, but Martin, really, like, what's your plan, man?
Well, here's the thing. A couple years ago, I made this app, and I sold it, and I made a whole bunch of money. And
Oh.
yeah, I don't have to work. That's why I don't have a job. I don't have to work for a while.
Oh, so you're just taking time off to hang with your frogs.
Yeah, I mean, like I told you, it's my passion. So now I actually have time to do it and take care of them.
Hey.
Okay.
So wait, is that a change? I think you just changed your tone there, Isabella.
Well, I mean, Martin, I wish you would have, brought it up on the date. I had no idea that you even build apps. I didn't really learn anything except about your frogs. But I mean, had I known this, it would have, I don't know. I would have taken you more seriously, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really want to publicize all that information. I feel like it's kind of private. I mean, if you'd asked what I did for work, I would have told you the situation, but I don't like posting that on Facebook. I think it's kind of, I don't know. arrogant.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's arrogant to be like, oh, I created a cool app. It's not arrogant to go like, I love my frogs. I agree with
Way
you.
grounded.
I agree with you on that one, Hoppity.
Man, okay, well, I feel kind of like an idiot.
How do you feel,
Oh,
Hop?
do
I mean,
you?
Hoppity, are you mad at her for judging you, or do you understand where she was coming from?
I'm not mad. I guess I just wish she'd asked if it was that big a deal to her.
Yeah, that's true.
Instead of making her own judgments?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think that you were so excited about your frogs, and it was so different for me that I actually genuinely liked hearing about your frogs. And so I think we spent most of the time talking about that. So, but, after the date, I did want to know more about you. And
Well, I'm really glad to hear you say that, Isabella, because anyone that's going to be a part of my life has to, like my frogs, and my frogs have to like them. If that weren't the case, it might be a bit of a deal breaker.
Well, at least we got that very important thing taken care of, that you're appreciative of his frogs. Isabella, would you like to go out with Martin on a second date? We will pay for it.
yeah, I would.
I will say she has, from the start, said the frogs are fine.
That's true.
And you even did the frog voice on a voicemail to her, and she was still okay with that.
Yeah, no, actually, I thought that was kind of cute. I laughed. I listened to it twice.
Hey, good.
Listen to it
All right.
twice.
Hey, Martin, this would be the time. Remember we told you to dial back on the frog voice? This would be the time to throw it in there.
Yeah.
You like the frog voice?
It sounds nothing like
Oh, my God.
You're silly. Hop along. What is your name? What is your name?
Hoppity?
Hoppity. Okay, Hoppity.
Hey, I like it when you say my nickname. That kind of makes me feel good.
Uh-oh.
Okay. All right. I am
So weird.
I'm getting way too turned on by the second date update, so we have to end this right now. Congratulations to both of you guys for getting another date. Yeah.
Well, guys, I mean, I never told you officially whether or not I'd go out on another date with her.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good
Oh,
point.
that's a
Yeah,
good
you didn't.
point.
I was assuming.
Uh-oh.
So will you go out with her again?
Are you kidding me? Yeah.
Oh, my God.
All right.
I think there's a match made in heaven.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
All right. Congratulations, you guys.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Ren, please?
this is she.
Hey, Ren, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio program.
I'm sorry, I think you have the wrong number.
No, I'm pretty sure I have the right number, Ren. There's not a whole lot of Rens, and I was given your number by a guy named Adam to call you today.
What?
Yeah. Adam is a listener to our show, and he says he recently went out on a date with you, but you're not calling him back. And he asked us to see if we could get you on the phone and ask why.
How do you know him?
He listens to our radio show. Adam wanted us to call you to ask if he did something wrong on your date, or there's a particular reason that you don't want to see him again.
I don't even really know how to respond to this.
I know
Did
it's
he talk to you about this?
He did. He told us that you went out for coffee, and he said that he was a little late, and he actually feels bad because he thinks that he may have been a little upset from a traffic incident, and he wasn't very attentive to you on your date.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Is that a pretty accurate description?
Yeah, I would say so. I get this is what you guys do, so I don't mean to be disrespectful at all. I'm just kind of like,
No,
oh my God.
it's fine. I appreciate you taking the time out to talk to us. We just want to pass along a message to Adam and give him your perspective on the first date.
Yeah, I can talk about that. My experience with Adam was very limited, and I'm not a very confrontational person.
Mm-hmm.
And he was very, very angry, and I think that the first 10 minutes of the time that we very, very first were introduced to each other, it was really just all about this driving experience he had being so frustrated with this other person.
Was he like cussing and stuff when he was explaining it to you?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like it was so over the top that I would have need to have left, because I would have done that if it was really, really that bad. If he was.
That's what I was
out
going to
of
ask you,
control.
Ren. I was going to ask you if at any point you were scared for your life.
No, I wouldn't say that. It really wasn't like that, but it was pretty intense. Even when he finally went to go get us some coffee, which he did finally pull himself up to be like, okay, I'm going to go get us some coffee. But
Pulls himself together.
even in that moment when he goes to order the coffee, I can hear him from all the way at the other end of the shop, and he's ordering, and he just sounds aggressive.
So was he like yelling at the barista and stuff like that? I'm picturing him just tearing up this Starbucks or wherever you're at.
No, it really wasn't like that. It wasn't like he was unkind toward the people around him necessarily. It's just the manner in which he was dealing with things. It was just like pent up. When somebody's really upset about something, and even though they are doing something normal, it's in an abnormal way.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the other thing that was tough. It was manifesting in like sweat.
Oh.
He was so mad that he was sweating?
Well, I don't know if he just sweats, if that's a thing, independent of what was going on, but it seemed like it was fueled, or at least like made a lot worse by his emotional space.
Ren, it's called hyperhidrosis. It's people who can't control their sweat glands. Okay, they sweat a ton. Maybe he has that.
How do you know this?
So you don't want to see him again because he's an angry, sweaty mess.
It's not just that he was sweating a lot and being angry. He was sweating profusely, like the palms of his hands. There was sweat dripping down him and then collecting like under, I'm trying to think of the right way to say this, man boobs,
Oh gosh.
He sweated out his whole shirt?
Like dark, just covered in sweat.
Oh, man.
Pit stains, boob stains.
Yeah, that's bad. If he's pitting out a little bit, that's kind of like, whoa, man, you sweat a lot. But if he actually, his whole shirt was sweated out.
I don't think that's being...
That's what I was concerned about, because I know that when I'm upset, like I'll sweat a little bit, and that's normal. But it was, whoa, it was so much.
I'd be curious to find out if it's an issue or if it's just his anger that makes him sweat like that. Aren't you curious to at least know?
Honestly, maybe he's a really great person that just had a really bad day, but I just don't want to deal with it.
Okay.
I really don't.
That's cool. Thank you for giving us an answer. I appreciate it. But I really need to find out about this sweat, and that's why I'm glad you're still on the phone, because Adam is also on the phone and heard everything you just said.
Oh, my God. Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not. I'm sorry.
Hi, Ren.
Oh, my God. First of all, I'm really, really sorry. Look, this is really, I'm sorry, and then I'm also, like, annoyed to be put in this situation. But I am sorry if you heard things that I said that are unflattering.
Oh, my God. You don't need to feel bad, Ren. Pretty much everything you said is true.
Oh,
no.
I mean, I can kind of explain the sweating thing, the anger stuff. The sweating thing, let's start with that.
Point one.
So, I mean, I threw a hoodie and a coat on, and it ended up not being as cold out as I anticipated. By the time I was all pissed off at this guy in front of me, I started sweating in the car because I was blasting the heat, and I was so pissed off I wasn't thinking about it. The coffee shop had the heat on. I, couldn't stop sweating, and I knew I was, and I know that my man boobs were sweating.
Oh.
Yeah, and that was a crappy thing for me to say about man boobs. That was rude. I'm sorry. That was just the first. It was just the easiest.
That's what I think I want you to hear. It's like, I'm not that angry guy. I know I was sweaty. I know I was hot as and I thought if I didn't pay attention to it, you wouldn't mention it. Like, I was so lost in that date, and I didn't know what to do, and I went home and showered right away. I was looking in the mirror, and I literally was mortified by myself because I was really excited about this date, and I never tell friends about going out with anybody, but for some reason I was kind of stoked on you, and I just crashed and burned, and I kind of do that a lot in life, and I just want you to know that I really am sorry. And as far as you and I are concerned, I'd love one more shot, just one more chance to maybe sweat it out with you and
Sweat it out. Hey, Ren, would you like to go out with Adam again? I will pay for a second date. We can send you guys to a spin class or something where sweat is supposed to be there. And would you maybe give him another shot to see if he's not so flustered this time? He can do a better job.
Adam, I'm this is awkward, and I just want to say I appreciate you eventually being honest. I think that what I would have preferred is if you could have communicated this to me not on a radio station, because you did contact me and you didn't really ever just come out and say,
I totally get it, Ren. I mean, as crazy as I was there, it's probably crazier that I ended up on the radio with you right now. But I tried calling and I texting you, and, you never got back to me. And so, I felt like this was my last option of how I could get a hold of you.
Ren, will you do it? Will you go out with him one more time?
Come on,
I
Ren.
promise.
We've never had anyone be so sincere.
Will you drive, please, just so we're...
And he's funny.
All right. Okay. All right. Yeah.
One more day. Nice. All right. Ren, thank you for your time. Adam, congratulations. You got your second date, man.
Thank you, guys. Ren, this is going to be great. I promise you. I'll see you soon.
Hello?
Hi, is this Alicia?
Yes, this is she. Who's this?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. How are you?
What was that last name?
Brooke and Jubal in the Morning?
That'd be a weird last
It's a
name.
very long last name.
What?
My name is Jubal, and I host a radio show called Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. Brooke is here.
Hi, Alicia.
Jose is also here.
Hey, what's up?
Okay, so there's three of us on the phone right now, and it is a radio show, like I said.
Okay. Hi.
The reason I'm calling you is because one of our listeners actually emailed us saying that he'd like us to call you.
That's odd.
It is kind of odd. Everyone agrees with that.
It's a segment we do on our show. It's called the Second Date Update. So you recently went out with a dude named Michael.
Oh, great.
Great.
That wasn't great. Awesome.
Yeah, and
Ooh.
Michael sent us an email because he's tried to reach out to you, but you're not getting back to him, and he wants to know what he did wrong.
He's broke.
Okay, that was blunt.
We knew that, though.
You're upset that he couldn't pay for the date.
Hold on. How do you know he didn't pay for the date?
Oh, because we talked to him. He told us about your date, and he said that he had a gift card that wouldn't work, and then he tried to use his mom's credit card. That wouldn't work, and then he couldn't call you an
I'm
Uber.
sorry, say that again? He uses what?
He used his mom's credit card?
Oh, that was his mom's credit card.
Oh, you didn't know
I didn't know that. I didn't know you didn't know that. Sorry.
Oops.
I knew that he used a credit card. I just assumed that it just declined.
Yeah, no. I didn't mean to put him out there like that,
Oh,
but yeah, it's his
no.
mom's credit card.
Now you're laughing harder at the situation.
I mean, I thought he was broke, but I didn't know he was borrowing your mom's credit card kind of broke.
Yeah.
It's a different level.
Was that just a big turnoff to you?
Completely. I have dated tons of guys that have a lot of money, all right? I've also been on the flip side and dated guys that have not that much money at all.
Aren't they the worst? You know? They're terrible, aren't they, Alicia?
What's wrong with dating poor guys?
Let me say this. Right now, for me, in my life, I cannot date anyone that is living check to check. I mean, how can you go on a date and not have any money to pay for it?
Well, what if he had a good reason for that, though?
A good reason to have zero money? That's not the type of guy I need in my life and I want to go on a date with.
But don't you think it's like, I don't know, we're modern era. Women should make their own money.
I do make my own money, but you're not going to ask me on a date. I show up, and you have all this fun, and we keep doing more and more, and you can't pay for anything at all?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's like, I make my own money, but I would also like to be with someone else who makes their own money.
Yeah.
Then we can both have our own money together.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's what I hate. But I don't blame him for not having any money. I just don't want to date a guy like that right now.
Okay, well, but what if he...
Wait, Alicia, I do have money.
Wait, what was that?
Oh, that's Michael, who couldn't wait until we called him onto the phone, Michael.
Hi. The Michael I went on a date with?
Yeah, he was actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
What?
Yes, Alicia, I'm sorry. I did call these people, but I had that night. I just had a bad situation. I was trying to contact you to tell you, but you weren't picking up at all. You weren't doing anything. You just ignored me the whole time.
Michael, you were trying to pay with your mom's credit card.
Well, you didn't know that it was my mom's credit card. You're just finding out today. So
That still doesn't matter. I couldn't even get an Uber home.
well, let me explain at least. All right.
There's nothing to explain. You took me on a date and didn't have any money.
The reason why I didn't have any money is because all my stuff got stolen right before the date. I was at a coffee shop, left my stuff out, somebody stole it, and I turn around for like 2 seconds, and the next thing you know, everything's gone.
I don't believe him.
What?
You don't
I don't
believe
believe
it?
You
you.
don't believe him, Alicia.
Really? All your stuff gets stolen right before the date, and then you still got on a date?
I do have money. Matter of fact, I'm going to have some really soon, as soon as my mom dies.
What?
What?
Oh!
What did you say, Michael?
I said I'm going to have a lot more money as soon as my mom dies. I mean,
You're going to have money when your mom dies? What are you talking about? Is she sick?
I mean, no, she's fine. She's really fine.
What?
Just, eventually I'm going to have money. She collects antiques.
What is wrong with you?
What is exactly, Alicia? What is wrong with you, Michael? Your financial status is dependent on whether your mom lives or dies.
Oh my God!
I mean, there's no weather to it. I mean, he's eventually going to die. We're all going to die.
Oh my gosh!
I mean, I'm just saying, when she dies, I'm going to inherit, her antiques, and I'm just going to sell them off.
Wow.
You've got some serious issues.
I mean, I'm not saying I want her to die. God forbid she dies anytime soon. I'm just saying eventually she's going to die, and I don't have money.
Eventually, I'm going to come up on some antiques, Alicia, and then you can have some of that antique mommy death money.
Oh my God!
So gross, dude. And Michael, you are broke. That's what broke people say. Your mom's money is not your money.
I mean, not yet, but in 20 years, I'm going to be rich, and you're going to sit there regretting that you didn't give me a second chance.
Yeah, Alicia, you hear that? You're going to regret it. So, would you like to go out with Michael again for a second date? We will pay for it.
Absolutely not.
We will pay for it.
He'll pay for it.
We'll pay for it for now until he gets that antique
That
cash.
antique money.
Yeah.
God.
No, I'll pass. I'm good.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You
Oh my
could be the
gosh.
queen of Michael's antique kingdom.
No, thank you. I think someone else could be that lucky woman.
You
Not
know
us.
what, Alicia? I gotta applaud your ability to read red flags. I didn't see him coming. You did.
What are you talking about, red flag? My stuff was stolen.
Look, Michael, I know you're having a rough time, and I feel for you, and
I'm not having a rough time. I'm just having a bad week. But life is about to get really good really soon.
Really soon? I thought you said...
yeah. What do you mean really soon?
I just mean that, further down the line, my mom's gonna pass away, and
Uh-huh.
Hey, but you said really soon. Like, you're not planning anything, are you?
It sounded ominous.
no, man, I love my mom, but I know she's not gonna live forever.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Hello.
Hi, is this Molly?
Yeah. Who's this?
Hey, Molly, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Wait, I'm sorry. Who?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
A radio show.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like a show that's on the radio that people can listen to or they can not listen to.
No,
depending.
okay. Why are you calling me? Did I win something or what's going on?
No, I'm calling you because we do a segment on our show called The Second Date Update. It's where if you go out with somebody on a date and then end up not calling them after, they can email us to get you on the phone and see if we can figure it out. So you went out with a dude named Matt the other day.
Oh. Yes, I did.
Mm-hmm. And Matt listens to our show, and he told us about your date, but he thinks that you're blowing him off now.
Yeah, that's kind of true.
He actually wasn't too surprised that you were blowing him off. He felt like he really blew it on your guys' date.
Well, yeah, he kind of did.
Okay.
He really did, actually.
What did he do?
I mean, it was just weird and awkward from the get-go. I mean, I don't even know how to explain it. We're sitting down at dinner, and we're chit-chatting, getting to know each other, and out of nowhere, he calls me Dimples.
Yeah, he told us that he gave you a nickname. He wanted to call you Dimples.
Did you like it?
No.
Yeah. That's the thing about nicknames. You can't really make up nicknames for people you just met.
I mean, I'm not a little baby.
Right.
I know I have dimples. I don't even know you like that. But you're calling me a nickname already?
Did you tell him that you didn't like it to call you something else?
I was going to do that, and then I thought, it's a first date. I don't know. Maybe he's nervous. I just kind of let it go, but he kept on saying it over and over and over again. And I'm not that girl, right? I'm not a little cutesy-bootsy girl. I'm a grown adult.
Okay,
And
yeah, makes sense.
if you're going to sit there and call me Dimples throughout dinner, it's just going to annoy me.
So, Sweet Cheeks would have been something nicer, maybe.
Well, no. I mean,
I'm
you don't
kidding.
know me like that.
I'm
Yeah.
kidding. It is condescending. It can be really condescending.
Yeah. So that was weird.
Okay.
And what's going through my head is is this the kind of guy that is all cutesy-bootsy? If we get into a relationship, he's going to want matching Halloween costumes. In my head, I'm like, what does he want me to pick a name for him too? I mean, I looked at him. I was like, he's got some pretty decent shaped eyebrows. Am I supposed to go, hey, Dimples and Eyebrows are going out tonight?
It sounds like a cool band, though.
I mean, like, at some point, it just got so corny and cheesy that I felt like, literally, if we were going to be in a relationship, this guy would come up with a Facebook page for us.
Oh, like you'd be
name for us.
You'd be that couple
like
with
match our names together.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, dimplesandeyebrows.com.
Well,
it's just too corny for me, and I am not in the 1950s. Welcome to our world, and start calling me by my name.
Okay.
I have a name.
Well, Molly, maybe he will call you by his name because Matt's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Wait, what?
Hey, how's it going?
Matt, you're on the phone?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is, again, weird.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I know it's weird. Because I want to take a moment to just apologize to you. Oh my God, this is so embarrassing. So, and I don't know how to tell you this, but I forgot your name after we met. And so that's the reason that I called you Dimples. I didn't.
hang on,
not even
hang
that
on.
great.
Wait. You didn't know my name? And so
Well-
you thought Dimples?
See, this is
I'm
really
very,
embarrassing.
very
Like, I wish I knew what to say
confused
to you. Like,
right
I'm
now.
sorry. I want you to know that I'm super sorry for making you feel weird or creeped out or feel like that I'm weird or anything like that. And I don't even know why I said dimples. Like, I honestly don't know. You don't even have, like, great dimples or
Wait,
anything
what?
like that.
I don't have great dimples?
Well, what I mean is they're not like, it's not like that's like the best feature on, that's not your best feature is what I mean by that.
Matt, you want to stop when your ankle gets down your throat.
Oh my God, Matt, he's totally throwing himself under the bus right now.
You went from, like, I am super confused right now. You went out on a date with me and didn't even know my name? How is
Well, no,
that
it's
even
not-
possible?
No, I had met and talked to so many girls that night at the bar that I didn't remember your name. And that
Wow.
doesn't sound, now that I say that, it doesn't sound.
That doesn't sound good at all.
Met so many girls at the bar
You know
that
what I
night.
mean? Like, I don't, like, not like talking to them like you. Like, I just met so many people that night and I heard so many different names and I didn't want to get your name wrong. And I just didn't commit it to memory. But I have, like, I know it's Molly. I've said it 1,000 times out loud. I've written it down.
Oh my God.
I've committed to memory. Put it in my phone. I won't
But it
remember.
doesn't make any
I won't
sense.
forget it.
Molly, when he explained forgetting your name to us, it was actually kind of a sweet story. Like, you guys were in the bar. It was kind of loud. He'd been drinking. He saved you as cute girl at the bar instead of Molly.
Okay, but according to Matt, there were several cute girls at the bar.
I know.
So-
He didn't include that part of the story when he told us that.
I didn't mean it
So,
like that. Yeah,
did
you're
you get
you're right.
the
I
right
probably should
cute
shut
girl?
up while I'm ahead. I didn't mean it like
I don't
that.
think you're ahead at all. Like you got to get ahead
Oh, yeah.
first.
Matt, did you show up with the right cute girl from the bar? I mean, is this the one you
Yeah.
expected?
No, yes, absolutely, like 100%.
No, yes. Yeah, what is that? Yeah, I'm just gonna
God.
save you right now if I can, Matt.
I think he's kind of an idiot, but I think he has good intentions, Molly. I think that he really was interested in you.
No, and I did, and I tried. I was trying sly ways to get. That's why I talked to the couple beside us. That's the reason that I went. We tried to sign that petition thing, as I was trying
That
to
was
find out your name
ridiculous.
throughout the night.
Wait, that's the reason why you were pushing me to sign that petition just so you can get my name? I mean,
Yes.
That's ridiculous, Matt.
I don't know. I'm really sorry. I want you to know that I feel really bad, and I'm sorry that I was acting weird. I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable. If anything, I was more nervous because you're really cool. You're really pretty. I like talking to you, and I want to go on a second date with you. And now that I remember your name, Molly, there won't be any issues. You actually get to see the real me.
So what do you think, Molly? Will you go out with Matt again? We will pay for it.
Matt, you sure you'll remember my name the second time around?
Yes, I swear 100%. I swear.
Well, I guess I don't know. Yeah, okay, fine.
She's given up.
I mean, I guess I'll give this one more shot. But Matt, you come up with any more cutesy little nicknames for me, I'm out.
I understand. I won't. Dimples has been completely erased from my mind.
Especially since they weren't very memorable, right?
That's not what I meant by that at all. But also, thank you for giving me another shot, because I promise you, it's going to be a great evening. It won't be weird. I promise.
Okay.
It's such a big
Well-
promise.
If it gets weird, I'm calling this radio station back to tell them.
Yeah, please do. Molly, that would be awesome. Yeah, if it does get weird, we want to know about it, all right?
Well, I agreed at the beginning of this. I agreed to something about Jello, so it might get a little weird.
Can I change my answer for about this date when he just said Jello?
No,
Yeah,
no,
don't worry
just
about
stick
it.
with it,
Yeah,
Molly.
Molly, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. He's not going to rub Jello on his naked body.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Sean?
This is he.
Hey, what's up, man? How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Okay. Hi.
Hi. Any idea what Brooke and Jubal in the morning is?
Kind of, yeah. I don't...
Okay. It sounds like you have no idea at all. I'll just tell you. Brooke and Jubal in the morning, it's a radio show.
Oh.
Yeah. My name is Jubal, and then there's Brooke, and then there's Jose.
Yeah.
So, why are you calling me?
That's a good question, Sean. We're calling you because you recently went out with one of our listeners. Her name is Rachel.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, and Rachel told us about the night she met you. She also said you guys chatted for a little bit, but now you kind of dropped off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
Is it weird because she's maybe just jumping the gun? It hasn't been very many days, so.
Well, no, I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't want to embarrass Rachel at all. You know, like, I don't know how much you guys know about what happened that night. So,
Well, I'll tell you what she told us. She said you guys met at a bar because you grabbed her drink. She thought you stole her drink, and then you guys started talking.
yeah.
And then went to another bar where you played like a fun game role-playing where she went in and then you came in and talked to her.
Like you redid your first meeting.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I was like, at first I was very hesitant to do it because, I don't know, it's awkward. It's not kind of my thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, you know what? Why not? We're having a great time. Let's do it. And, you know, the whole thing kind of like got really unstable really fast.
Unstable? How so? Did she get like crazy on you and try to stab you with a fork?
Not that extreme, but at a certain point, she just got up and started yelling and screaming at me.
Wait, hold on. When you guys did the role playing where she was reintroducing herself and you were doing a new meeting, she started screaming at you?
Well, yeah, I mean, not at first, but like all of a sudden she got up from her chair and then she just started like ranting and raving and yelling at me.
About what? What was she yelling about?
Well, she was saying that I came late. And then, well, the crazier thing was it made me really uncomfortable about me by accidentally taking her drink because she yelled and said that like she doesn't like a guy who drinks too much and that I was drinking too much.
Okay, so
I'm so confused
It
right
was-
now.
was it like she was in character, but the character was somebody who was yelling at you?
Yeah, and then so I like, you know, out of nowhere, because I was kind of going along with it, even though it was really uncomfortable. And then I kind of broke character, and I was like, "Are you serious? Like you know, like are we really fighting?" And she was like, "What do you mean? Am I being serious? Of course I'm being like." And then she just kept going. I just gave her more ammunition to revamp again.
Oh, wait, so maybe she wasn't in character. Maybe she was like legit mad at you, you think?
I have no idea. We got out of the bar, and I was like terrified. I was about to piss my pants.
Oh, no.
She told us that everything ended nicely between you guys, a nice little hug, and then you guys texted a little bit back and forth after.
Well, I don't know. I mean, if she might be the next best performer since Andy Kaufman, I have no idea. But I was like, I don't want to talk to her. Let me just get out of the situation as soon as possible. And then I did.
So you were still scared of her?
No, I'm actually like scared of her right now.
Oh.
Like, I mean, the last thing that I want to do is be in a room with her.
Okay.
Well, then,
You know?
I hate to tell you this, Sean, but you're actually on the phone with her because she's on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
What? What do you mean?
I mean, she's on the other line listening and wants to talk to you, maybe yell at you. I don't know. Rachel, are you there?
This is kind of awkward. I didn't expect to hear all of that.
I wasn't lying. Like, I just don't know what you. If
expected. Like,
Yeah, I'm not trying to say that you were lying. I don't know. I thought we were like having fun and we were both on the same page. Like, I thought it was funny.
Oh my gosh, Rachel. Is that honestly why you left, I don't know, that huge part out of the story when you told us?
I mean, no, I pretty much told you guys everything that happened. I said that we role played. I mean, maybe I raised my voice a little bit, like, but I don't think it was the way that, like, Sean was explaining it. I don't think it was scary and he was frightened of me.
I mean, I was scared. The bartender, people around us noticed, and they kept, like, looking at us. You don't remember that?
I know, but remember when I said outside, I was like, it'll be so funny because everybody in there won't know, like, what's going on, you know, like when you start talking to me and, you know, that's kind of what I meant. Like, I was like, it's going to be, you know, so exciting. Like, they're going to be like, what?
But exciting for who? Like, we're never going to hear that.
And Rachel, how is it so exciting to watch a couple fight in a bar?
Right?
We weren't fighting. She was just yelling at me. The fight is when both parties are there.
Come on, you know, every once in a while when you see people, like, bickering in public or, like, you see something that you don't see very often, it's kind of entertaining.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, like the way car crashes are.
Exactly.
Exactly. Oh, Rachel.
Yeah, I mean, it is entertaining to see that.
I don't mean entertaining like, yay. I mean, like, entertaining like, what? I can't look away. Like, I don't know. I just thought it would be something we would laugh about, like, after, like, remember their faces.
Rachel, the bartender asked me to leave. Okay, that's how bad this was. All right, and I only think you're seeing it from your perspective of that you thought it was funny.
Okay, I hear what you're saying. Maybe next time we should flip it and you can be mad at me.
Oh my gosh, no, why aren't you learning from this? There shouldn't be a next time. We should just end this game.
I just don't understand why you have so much aggression. Had you told me before we went into the bar that you were going to yell at me, I might not have agreed to it.
But that was the whole, like, surprise, like improv or whatever.
Oh my gosh, Rachel.
You got to go with it, Sean.
I wasn't angry. I thought, like, oh, this will spice it up. This will be funny.
I just tried to dismiss it as that you were just drunk and that you just didn't know what you were doing. And
I knew exactly what I was doing, and the fact that you were scared means I did one hell of a job.
Oh my gosh, Rachel.
We'll give you the Oscar for terrifying me the most. I don't know what you want to hear.
But she does sound fun-loving, and she doesn't sound like she was legit angry.
Yeah.
I wasn't angry at all. I'm so fun. Come on.
Well, then, like, why did you bring up my mother? My relationship. It doesn't make any sense.
No, wait. It was role playing. You like anything's fair game, and we don't even know each other that well. I don't even know your mom. It's fine.
I know. It made me feel weird.
Well, Sean, would you like to go on a date with an Oscar winner? Because we'd like to send you out on a second date with Rachel. We'll pay for it.
To be honest, I don't know if I want to, go out again.
Oh.
Is there anything, Rachel, that you could say to him other than yelling at him that could convince Sean to go on another date with you?
Only that I really am a lot of fun, and I heard what you said, and I would not have brought up your mother if we were really, like, together for a long time. So
For a long time.
that should make you feel better.
I appreciate the sentiment, and, thank you for hearing me out, but I don't think we should do it.
Okay. Well, Rachel, now do you want to yell at him?
No, I mean, I guess I'm glad that I know what actually happened.
Yeah, maybe no more role playing on first dates. Yeah, or second or third.
Or maybe I just shouldn't date these that can't handle it.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to David, please?
This is him.
Hey, what's up, man? How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Who's that?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning?
I'm sorry, there's no Jubal here. I think you have the wrong number.
No, I am Jubal, and I'm calling you David.
Oh, okay. I don't know what you're talking about, but...
We're calling you today because we recently got an email about you from one of our listeners.
Okay, that's a little weird.
Do you want to know who?
Yeah.
Do you want to who? Do you want to who?
He said yes, Jubal.
Because I know who.
Yes, I do.
Okay, her name is Danielle, and you actually went out with her on a date.
Oh, I know her. But why would she email you?
Well, we do a segment on our show. It's called the Second Date Update. So you've apparently stopped talking to Danielle since your date, and she's wondering why.
Okay. A little awkward, I guess.
I don't get it, though. Why was it awkward?
I guess I got a little weird vibes from her.
You got weird vibes from her?
Yeah, some red flags came up.
What kind of red flags?
Well, she said that she was a masseuse, you know?
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Normally, that's not a red flag for most people. Well, most people are like, okay, cool, that's your job.
More likely, that's like a benefit. I would date a masseuse in a heartbeat. Are you kidding me?
Checkered flag.
I kind of took it as like maybe a euphemism for something else.
What?
You know?
No.
So,
Wait, I don't know. Could you explain?
well, she was like talking about her job, and she was talking about really weird competition that she was a part of. This massage competition.
Yeah, you're talking about the massage championship that I guess they have in Denmark.
Oh, yeah. You know about that?
Not until we talked to her. So we talked to her a little bit about your date, and she told us that information. That's the first time I've heard it. I had no idea they had a championship for massage.
Yeah, you believe that?
What do you mean, do we believe it?
Of course you believe it.
I mean, yeah.
Massage championship? That doesn't sound like fake to you?
There's all sorts of weird things in this world. I mean, for God's sakes, there's like an air guitar championship.
But he does have a point.
Yeah, it's odd, but it doesn't mean that it's not real.
How would you even judge that? It's just the same guy getting a massage over and over again?
I have,
Even think about that.
are you telling me you think she's a liar?
I mean, I didn't know if she was lying or not. It was just, that was like the start of the whole red flag segment of the date, and it just got worse from there.
Oh, what?
So there was more stuff you didn't believe that she told you?
Well, it's not so much that. It's like I asked her a couple times if I could get a massage, and she said that she's a massage champion, so it's going to be $200 for a half hour.
Whoa!
Wow.
Oh, dang.
Dang, that really
That's
pays
expensive.
off, man.
Yeah, I mean, something probably comes with that, is what I was thinking.
What do you mean? Like,
What? You think that there's a happy ending at the end? Is that what you're insinuating?
Yeah, I wasn't born yesterday. That's prostitute talk right there.
So hold on.
Is it?
Oh my
You
God.
think you went online and went on a date with a prostitute?
What am I supposed to think? What would you have thought? There's a person across the table from me offering me $200 for a half an hour. That sounds like a hooker.
Whoa, I have something to say here.
Oh.
Weird. I can't imagine that you'd have anything to say, Danielle.
What is going on here?
Oh, that's Danielle. She's actually on the other line and wants to talk to you.
Oh my God.
I am not a prostitute.
I can't believe that's even an argument right now.
I don't understand how you could think that I was a prostitute.
Well, you're touching me and you're charging me per hour.
I'm a massage therapist, and that is my fee because I'm good at what I do.
Okay, I mean, you're also wearing hoop earrings, so...
What? What is hoop earrings
One of the
have to do with
telltale signs.
prostitute?
You didn't tell
now
us.
I get it.
You didn't tell us that, Danielle.
Hoop earrings? Are you serious?
Yeah, seriously, what the hell are you even talking about, David?
Yeah, you know, hoop earrings. Like, every movie you see, every prostitute has hoop earrings. It's the preferred earring of prostitutes.
The preferred earring.
So wait, they also wear high heels and I don't know
Red lipstick.
skirts, so our hair.
Yeah, okay. You know, 1 out of 3.
David, you're being so ridiculous right now. I mean, like, you want to look up my credentials? Go Google it. This is a real job. I'm a real person.
There's a lot of escorts out there that have websites, so, you know, I've seen them.
David, why are you so hung up on this? I mean, do you really think a prostitute would get in touch with a radio station to call you to go out on a second date?
I mean, yeah, I guess that's a good point. But, you know, there's a girl with hoop earrings who's charging me $200 for a massage. I mean, that's just what I'm going to think in the moment.
Okay, David, I'm offended by this.
Okay, sorry.
That's it?
All right, just sorry.
Will you apologize?
I accuse you of being a prostitute, but
David, I know that you probably still think that Danielle might be a prostitute, but would you like to go out with her on a second date? We will pay for it.
oh my gosh.
Yeah, I would actually.
Oh,
Okay. So you've changed your mind.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I was jumping to conclusions. I guess there's a part of me that thinks that maybe she's not a prostitute.
Oh, wow. David, you really need to slow down on the sweet talk that you're doling out there, okay?
Well, there you go, Danielle.
Yeah, Danielle.
A little bit of David thinks that you might not be a prostitute. Would you want to
Wow.
go out with him again?
I bet you're swooning.
Wow, I'm so appreciative.
So that's a yes, Danielle?
I mean, to be honest, I enjoyed everything else about our date. And so if he's genuinely reconsidering his assumptions, then why the heck not?
Really?
Well, yeah, he's the type of guy that I look for. And, we had a very great conversation. Otherwise, I was very attracted to him. So I look forward to proving to him that I am a massage therapist and not a hooker.
Okay.
I always look for the opposite in my massage therapist.
Hello,
Hi, may I speak to Monica?
this is Monica. Who's this?
Hey, Monica. How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Who?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning?
Okay. Who are you?
Thank you. Yeah, a lot of people ask that question.
Wait, is there somebody out there?
Yeah, there's two other people here, as a matter of fact. There's three of us on the phone right now.
What is going on?
Well, it's a radio show called Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Okay.
And we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update.
All right.
And what that is it's where if you go out with someone on a date and then end up not talking to them after, they email us to see if we can get you on the phone and find out why.
Okay.
Okay? So
Weird, right? It's a little weird.
yeah, it's a little strange.
A little weird, but all right. And what does this have to do with me?
This has to do with you because you hung out with a dude named Brad the other day.
Oh, this is about him?
Ooh. You say him with such disdain.
Yeah. I'm not very happy with him.
Okay. Can you tell us why?
Because he's a son of a that's why.
Okay, we went to 0 to 60
Yeah.
real quick there.
And I don't know his mother, so let's please keep her out of this.
Good point, Jubal.
I'm just talking about the way he acted around me.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know. When we talked to him, he only had nice things to say about you.
Really? Because he kind of stood me up.
Stood you up?
Yeah.
How did he stand you up? You locked him out.
He said, what? What? No.
Hey, I'm just a messenger.
We had what I thought was this really nice night together. And then he goes out for breakfast. And I'm putting breakfast in air quotes. You can't see me.
Okay.
Because he never came back.
What do you mean? He said that you locked him out of the house and he couldn't get back.
Well, he's freaking lying to you because he never came back. He's like, oh, I'll get you orange juice. Oh, I'll get you your special cheese sandwich that you like. And, he's gone. And I was waiting there for, hours, and he never showed up.
What? Monica, I was at your door the entire time.
Who is...
Monica, that's Brad. He's on the other line and wants to talk to you.
Wait, he's been listening to me?
Yeah, I have. I've heard everything you said, and I was standing at your door the entire time. Why would I just leave like that?
Why would you lie like that?
I didn't lie like that. I went out. I went to this place that you told me to go to. I got us both breakfast, exactly what you wanted. I came back, and it was locked. You locked me out.
Why would I lock you out? I was hungry.
I don't know. That's what I'm wondering.
Oh, my God.
So wait, who's lying here?
Yeah, I don't know.
Either someone got locked out or you didn't show back up, Brad.
He's the one that's lying.
No, she's lying right now.
Can we
It's just so confusing.
I cannot believe this.
So wait, Monica, if he's the one that's lying, wait, now I'm confusing
See,
myself.
yeah, everybody's
Okay,
confused.
wait, hold on. Well, my question is, why didn't you answer any of his phone calls if you actually wanted to see him again?
He didn't text me until a day later. What, you don't come back? You just ditch somebody, and then a day later you're like, hey, Monica. No.
That was a little awkward. You locked me out. I didn't think you wanted to talk to me. I was really trying to save whatever little bit of hope I had left.
This makes no sense. Why?
You're telling me.
I would think one of you was lying, but you're both so passionate.
Adamant.
One of you is a really good liar. That's all I have to say.
I mean, I'm not lying.
I'm not lying. I know for sure that I stood outside your door. And
Where were you?
Exactly the same door that I left from.
What number did you go to?
I went to your number.
1.
Yeah, I wrote it down in my phone. It's right here. I'm going to pull it up. Hold on.
Brad? Hey, Brad. You go away. Are you there?
Left again.
Yeah, I guess I wrote down. What did you say the number was?
Uh-oh.
1.
Yeah, I wrote down the wrong number.
Oh, Brad. Oh, man. Got to the bottom of it.
Wait, so Brad, you were at somebody else's door emphatically ringing it in the morning?
Yeah, with breakfast, yeah.
Yeah, man, that would have been the best morning for them if they would have just answered the door.
How embarrassing.
Oh, and how sad for you, Monica. This whole time you thought that he was just standing you up.
Oh, my God.
No wonder the door was locked.
I am so sorry, Monica.
Dude, what if the door hadn't been locked and he just walked into somebody else's apartment?
I feel like such an idiot. I can't believe that I got all worked up and it was my fault. Now we're on the radio. This is crazy.
I honestly thought you ditched me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I never would have done that, and I can totally see where you're coming from. You must have been so hungry.
Well, Monica, if you're still hungry, would you like to go on a second date with Brad? We will pay for it.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Oh my God, this is the cutest.
I'm glad it was that simple.
This is such a huge relief. Thank you. I'm sorry. I won't let you down the second time. I'll make sure that I notate everything correctly. I am so sorry, and thank you for the opportunity. I really am thankful.
Well, it's okay. I'll just check your phone next time.
Okay.
Yeah. Wherever the place is, Monica's just going to get the address and drive you there, okay?
Yeah, good idea.
Guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking the time to help me out. Monica, I'm really looking forward to this.
Baby's looking forward to this, too.
Oh, boy.
Hello?
Can I speak to Denise, please?
This is she.
Hey, Denise, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Okay.
What's going on? I'm calling you because we recently got an email about you from somebody who listens to our show.
I'm sorry. What's going on here? I don't understand.
It's a segment we do on our show called the Second Date Update.
Okay.
John asked us to give you a call and find out what went wrong on your date, because I guess he's tried to get a hold of you a few times and you won't call him back.
Okay.
I'll tell you what John told us, because we talked to him, and he says he thinks that you're not calling him back because of a moment at the end of your date when he complained about the bill and like the manager had to come over, and he says he felt really stupid after that point.
Oh, no, he lost me before that.
What did he do before that?
I mean, God, I don't know if I want to talk about this.
Was it where he asked if you wanted to go back to his place and you said no?
He told you a lot about our date, apparently.
He did. He told us all about it because he's really curious what he did wrong and why you don't want to go out with him again.
I wouldn't blame you if you didn't want to go out with him. I'd feel like an hour into the date and he's asking to go back to his apartment. It sounds like a booty call almost.
I mean, I didn't even want to be there after the first 15 seconds of talking to him.
What?
You didn't like him that? Like that soon into the date?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense to me because you hung out with him for an hour or so still and had drinks with the guy. If you didn't want to be there at all, why didn't you leave earlier?
I don't know. I guess I felt kind of stuck. Like I needed to keep going through with it.
So you were looking forward to it, and then 15 seconds into the date, he turned you off.
Yeah.
So what happened?
So I walked into the restaurant, and I had butterflies because I was excited to see him again. And he was already there. He had a table for us, and
and he had pulled out the chair for me. He told me I looked beautiful. He kissed me on the cheek.
Oh,
What
that
a
monster.
jerk, I
Yeah,
know.
God.
Jeez.
Wait. So we sit down, and I asked him, I was like, hey, how's it going? How have you been? And he answered, oh, God. He says, this is going to sound bad, but I forgot your name.
Oh, that's the worst. What are you doing?
How did he not know your name?
I mean, I don't know. We had talked for like an hour, and I laughed. I thought he was kidding.
Yeah.
But he wasn't joking?
No, he says, no, I'm serious. And he said, look how I saved you in my phone. And he showed me his phone. And he had saved me in his phone as hot girl from the club.
I have done that before, too.
I currently do that.
Yeah, and you'll be like texting somebody like, I have no idea what her name is. I hope she says it at some point.
I mean, I don't know any girl that wants to be known as the hot girl from the club.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it's that bad of an I mean...
Yeah, but if the guy's sitting down with you on a date and then has to go, hey, I know we've been talking back and forth, planned this whole date, but I don't know your name at all.
It means he doesn't care about your name.
Yeah.
He was wasted.
So what did you say to him after you found out he didn't know your name?
I don't know. I kind of felt a little, caught off guard. It's like, oh, okay, cool. Well, I'm Denise. I didn't know how to respond. I wanted to be mad.
Were you just, disappointed because you really had this crush on this guy, and then he didn't even have enough energy to put into knowing your name?
Yeah, I was really looking forward to this date, and then that's how it starts. And from then on, I was like, oh, well, I guess I'll just order a bunch of drinks and have him pay for it.
Yeah.
Smart girl.
Yeah, it's a good way to do it.
She didn't care about the bill.
Can you put the tab under Denise, please? Name Denise in all caps. Wouldn't you like to just tell him, though, like, hey, this is why I didn't call you back was because you didn't know my name. Maybe in the future you should know somebody's name before you got with them?
I mean, I just figured maybe that's something he should know, but...
The good thing is he knows it now because he's actually on the other line listening.
What?
Yeah.
Denise, I couldn't hear you at the club. It was really loud. That's why I didn't... I'm so sorry. I swear I just couldn't hear you that night, and I was too embarrassed to ask you that night what your name was, and I should have just asked then.
Yeah. When you put me in your phone, ask me my name and put it in your phone.
It is a very good point.
Yeah, you have to do that.
You don't go an entire week and then think it's funny to show me that you've given me the nickname Hot Girl from the club.
Well, I was just trying to be honest and tell you I thought it was kind of funny. I thought you'd take it as a compliment. I put you in as Hot Girl.
I mean, more than just a freaking hot girl.
What did you want, though, Denise? He's not going to put in very smart, intellectual woman.
He's got to get to know you first.
I mean, it's not like it didn't come up in conversation when we were at the club. We told each other our names. And I mean, I am more than just a person with a body. I don't want to... It means something about him that's all he's thinking about, that he couldn't remember my name from the conversation, but all that he remembered was what my body looked like.
Okay, so that's all I knew at that moment about you. I'm really, really sorry. And if I had the chance to put in a different sort of thing after our date, I swear that I would have put in the most amazing woman I've ever met. Or the beautiful girl who I'm lucky to have gone on a date with.
God.
That's cute. Come on.
Pouring it on a little thick, don't you think, John?
Give him some credit, Denise.
And then you couple that with everything else that happened that night.
Yeah.
Are you?
I guess you're right. A lot of stuff did happen.
Good.
Everything else was good, John. John, you forgot her name. You yelled at the waitstaff about the bill, and then you invited her back to your place an hour into the date, and she said no.
Okay, look, I admit it wasn't like the best date, but that was like incredibly unlucky. One, the fact that I misunderstood what time happy hour was. That's just like bad luck. I heard her name. I just couldn't hear it well enough at the club. That's bad luck. The only one that's actually my fault is asking her too soon to go to my place. That one I take full responsibility for.
Denise, would you like to go out on a second date with John? We'll pay for it.
I don't know.
Come on.
Just give him another shot. Now that he knows your name and he knows not to yell at waiters.
It's gonna be. I mean, it would be really hard for me to start over on this one.
Do you want to give him a shot, though, and see if he can do it?
I promise that you'll get to know the real me, that you'll have a wonderful time. I'll be a total gentleman. I think that you should give me another chance.
And I'm going to pay for the date so he can't complain about the bill. That's my job at this point.
Yeah, we won't even go to happy hour.
This is against my better judgment, but fine. I'll do it.
You'll do it? You'll go out with John again.
Yeah.
Awesome, John.
God, I can't believe we're celebrating a response like fine.
Congratulations, John. You got a second date.
Thank you, guys. Denise, I promise you will not regret this.
Yep, we'll send you and whatever her name is out again, and you let me know how everything goes, okay?
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Brittany, please?
Yeah, this is she.
Hey, Brittany, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi,
Have
Brittany.
you ever heard of it before?
Yeah, ever heard of what before?
Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
I'm not sure.
All right. It sounds like you just woke up. Are you tired?
Yes.
Well, good morning,
Well, I'm sorry about that. Well,
sleepyhead.
so we're calling you because we actually got an email from one of our listeners who asked us to call you.
Okay.
You want to know who?
Still not registering, is it?
Well, no, I'm intrigued.
Okay. His name is Michael.
Oh.
All right. And you met Michael at the gym recently.
Yes.
Yeah. And then you went out with Michael on a date after and left pretty quick into it, and you haven't contacted him since.
That is correct.
Okay, cool. Well, Michael emailed us because he wants to know what went wrong.
Oh, well, I mean, it was just like, I wasn't really sure how I felt, you know. I just couldn't really deal with it. First dates are weird, you know, so.
Did you? This was my theory, okay? My theory is that you went out with him as a pity date because he told us about the whole treadmill fiasco where he injured both you and him.
Initially, it kind of was. You know, I'm like, oh my God, such a weird guy. You know, like I'll just go out with him and get him off my back. But I don't know. I'm not really sure how I feel about him, and I felt really awkward. I had to leave.
During the drinks that you guys were having, you felt awkward?
Yeah, I'm still like kind of going through like a breakup, if you will, sort of. I'm kind of sensitive, so it was going really well, and I'm just so surprised that I liked him, you know, and I don't know if I'm ready to, you know, move forward with a guy that I might like, and I don't know. I'm just sort of a mess right now emotionally.
Oh my God,
That sucks. But you could tell that you liked him that much just from that experience?
Yeah, we like had a lot in common, and like we started like finishing each other's sentences, and yeah, I was taken aback at how like attracted to him I became throughout just like that half hour, and the feelings were kind of overwhelming that I had to excuse myself.
Wait, how long have you? Are you single right now, or are you still in a relationship?
No, oh no, I am single, but like I had a fiance, and it was very messy, and it's only been about 5-6 months or so, and I promised myself that I wouldn't date anyone for at least a year.
Yeah.
To really get over this guy, you know, to be fully open and available for a new relationship. And, you know, it wouldn't be fair to Michael, you know, to be in, you know, to date someone when I'm like this. So.
But you can still do stuff with him. I mean, what's a good way to get over a breakup?
Well, that's the thing. You know, I felt like this could be a really special guy in my life, and I'm really not ready for that. So I really need, like, you know, a year to heal and be available, and it's only been about 6 months or so. So.
Okay, so you just want us to tell him, that he's got to wait 6 months if he wants another date.
Kind of, probably.
I feel like that is so emotionally responsible of you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you know, you really are aware of where you're at in the healing process, and this guy is obviously not just a rebound guy.
Correct. And, you know, I don't know if he feels that way about me or anything, and I'm just like, whoa, this is happening way too fast, and so, I don't know, it's a little embarrassing, but...
Oh, that's so sweet. right.
Well, I was saying we could tell him that, and I think you could probably just do it yourself, though, because he's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
You're not serious, are you?
I am 100% serious. Michael?
Brittany, how you doing? Sorry about that.
Awkward laugh.
That's not fair. I didn't know you were on the line.
I mean, I'm just like blown away right now. I really just thought that you didn't want to see me again. I can't believe.
I'm really sorry. I didn't really know how to process everything that was going on. And, obviously now you know everything I've been going through. So it's just, I'm sorry.
Yeah, she wants to see you again just in 6 months.
I mean, I hear what you're saying, and that makes sense. But at the same time, it's like, I'd really like to see you again. And if you had a good time and feel that same way about me, it's kind of crazy not to at least hang out,
Yeah, I just, I don't think it would be fair to you either, because I'm not, completely 100% there yet. I'd still be thinking about my ex and, not, I don't want to bring any crap from that relationship into this. So it's just, I'm trying to be responsible and careful with, my emotions. And,
for sure, I hear what you're saying. That's really good that you're processing that. At the same time, though, it's so rare that you meet somebody. I mean, I really feel like, you're the most beautiful girl I've ever met. And, after talking to you and your heart is even more beautiful on the inside. I mean, I just.
Oh, you're so sweet. That was the best compliment ever.
I'm tearing up over
Yeah.
here.
Oh.
No, that's really beautiful, and I appreciate that. And I would love to say yes. I don't think it's a good idea right now. And like you said, it's not, every day you meet someone so special. So I'll still, if we're still there for each other in 5-6 months or whatever, cool.
Brittany, look, you've heard everybody swooning about how hearts and love and all that stuff are beautiful.
God, you're romantic.
If it is in fact that beautiful, don't you think you should just go for it?
I see your point. It's just, I think that'll be too messy. I need more time to heal and be confident and figure out who I am as a person. And
yeah, that's
I was
good.
in this relationship for a long time.
Right.
One last question, and I've heard what you said. You said you're not interested until you feel like you've healed enough. But would you like to go out with Michael on a second date? We'll pay for it.
Brittany, before you answer, I know you've said no to me and them asking a whole bunch, but just please think about it. I mean, I just want to say that if we had that much of a connection after 30 minutes of hanging out, it just seems crazy to me to risk throwing that away. Why don't you take a couple weeks and heal, and then maybe we can get together.
Yeah,
listen to him, Brittany. I mean, there's no such thing as good timing. These things always happen when you least want them to.
No, I hear you guys, and I appreciate it. It's just, I promised myself a year. I think that's a good timeline to feel better. And so I just have to, regretfully decline.
Brittany, I think you're making a big mistake because, as somebody who's gone through a lot of breakups and always promised myself at the end of those that I would wait a certain amount of time, I've always jumped in into another relationship at about the 6-month mark, and you might be missing out on a really awesome breakup.
Wait, yeah, exactly. I was going to say, Jubal's such a good example of healthy relationships in this world.
I fully support you, Brittany. Stick it out. Stick to your guns.
Yeah, thanks for that. Michael, keep my phone number, and in 6 months, we can see what happens. We can still see each other at the gym, maybe.
Oh, man, that's too bad. Well, I will definitely call you in a few months.
Oh.
She said 6, not a few.
Stick to the rule.
Yeah.